See, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to be as organized as my dear sister. I did not fold pages back. So I apologize. I may not do direct quotes and things like that. I'm going to speak from a woman who was married for 26 years and now single, and then looking into the book. So if you could allow me to do that. Kind of wish had this years ago, because you would have seen things from a different perspective, and you would have understood, even in marriage, this applies, because you looked at the characters that were married, the one lady that was married, and I apologize, the names escape me. What was her name?
Rachel.
Rachel, who was married and not happy, and going through the motions, but looking at why she married who she married, Brian, because of choices. Sometimes we make choices based upon who we don't know who we are. So we're actually looking for someone to answer who we are. And so we're going off of the emotion. So sometimes when I was reading this, it wasn't like I was reading this, I was almost seeing life again. So I was able to walk through my life, the choices that I made, and had I had better information, I would have made different choices, but I can't undo anything, so now what do I do now? And the biggest thing that I got off of is we as women live on the emotional side. We live to respond to our emotions, and how do I, as a mature woman, learn to know who I am, really love who I am, enjoy being with me, and not having to have that thing where I have to respond to the emotional side. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
And that, to me, was the eye-opener in reading this book, is, girlfriend, you gotta enjoy you. You have to, I mean, I don't have to have a guy to make me feel good about me. When I know, if I learn who I am, learn who I am in God, learn the position that I am to have within myself, and go forth with who you are, then that person, they're observing you along the way, and you don't even know they're watching. They're waiting for you to discover you. Because the one thing that I'm recognizing, the power that we actually possess, we as women are so powerful, and we don't even know it. We have so much to offer, but yet we think we have to give it, we have to give the goodie box to possess the man. And it's really, the goodie box is only something that they only want for a season. I mean, and the reality of it is, they're really waiting to see this real woman, the real woman. And that's that power that you possess, that shifts the atmosphere, that changes the atmosphere. We're climate changers. When we walk in a room, we are to set the atmosphere. And because we don't understand that, in the past, we've been beaten down, we've been told certain things, and literally we have lost that self-esteem in who we really are. So therefore, we're waiting on someone else to affirm who we are. And as we learn who we are, then I don't necessarily need you to affirm me. I don't need you to compliment me, to tell me who I am. And it's not my outward appearance that determines who I am inside. And those are the things, even though those are not the words that were written in this book, but because of my life experience. And everybody's going to respond to this book according to their life experience. I looked at the hurts and the pains that I allowed people to impose upon me. I gave them permission. I was the enabler. So when I learned that no, you will no longer abuse me. You will no longer use me. And I didn't have to go, I didn't have to do, but I learned how to just fade away, because no, you don't belong in my space, because you are destructive. I'm allowing you to destroy my space. and because I'm understanding who I am in God, and I have such an awesome purpose, I have such an awesome contribution, that it's time for me to stand up and to walk in the purpose and the person that I am. I loved this book. I really did. I could identify with a lot of things, and I think I identified, if I can get somewhat personal, identify with Rachel, because I was in a marriage where you had to fight to just remind yourself that I'm here. But you had to fight to find your identity. But I had to fight to make sure that you kept your eyes focused on, I'm married to this man. If you understand what I'm saying, it's not that you are in an intimate, wonderful, loving, I'm so glad to see my husband relationship. And once you're in it and you choose to stay in it, then you're actually stealing from yourself all the time. And I didn't realize it. And sometimes you allow the children to become your focal point, because you begin to focus on something, because if not, you just zone out. And then after you realize, you come to stages of realization, something's got to shift, something's got to change. And I'm going to be real honest with you, and I'm going to be real transparent with you. Some things come to push you, and some things come to pull you. And sometimes we're forced into making choices that we should have made a long time ago. So I'm saying, as women, you see the red flags. Don't wait until something actually pushes you to force you into making choices that are good for you, because someone is waiting on you to be healed, to be that whole woman, because you have so much to share with them. You have so much to give them, and they're waiting on you. Thank you very much for allowing me to share.